These are the esteemed agents of paid. That is the, I wrote it down. Max, help me out.
I forgot as well.
It was the primary
Prime.
anomaly.
Anomaly? I can barely say that word.
Primary anomaly investigation department or
Prime.
directive.
Just called the
Prime
department.
anomaly. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're
Prime
from the Bezos
anomaly.
system.
So the prime anomaly, not to be confused with the primes in Bezos' system.
It's the same. That's what it's named after.
An agency, a secretive agency that is tasked with investigating all of the hoax, aliens, or otherwise unexplained phenomenon. Most of it is just nonsense, right? But just in case it isn't, a very shadowy organization drawing from agents from all over the core systems and beyond. Paid casts a broad net. We're going to join our agents, Agent Rhodes and Agent Alvarez, freshly minted as a paid agent, as their sleek, fast cutter vessel docks in the Maitland system on a 25-kilometer long mining operation. This mining operation has called in a strange find. It was flagged by local deep cover agents, and now Agent Alvarez and Agent Rhodes, as the airlock cycles, the only thing in the brief is that a mining operation, has come across something they can't explain. A few of their miners have gone missing. Local law enforcement completely out of their depth, and with questions of jurisdiction overhanging the project. Paid agents are dispatched. The airlock cycles.
I stepped through it.
Gleaming white lights beyond. There, waiting, two men, both wearing hard hats, approach.
I'm adjusting my suit a bit. I step right next to Rhodes. I take my badge out and I show it above Rhodes' shoulder. I say, Agent Alvarez from Paid.
Yeah, you might be. I pull out a bag of donuts and I stuff one in my mouth. I'm Anomaly Rhodes. How long you been with the agency? The department?
I've just been transferred to the department.
Just transferred?
Yes.
They're always sending rookies out here.
I had a little experience on the field. If that can reassure you.
What kind of experience? You want one of these donuts, by the way? You always need a little bit of sugar when you're out with jobs.
I'm good, thank you.
Gentlemen, my name is Warwick Carlton. I'm I'm in charge of this mining operation for Apex Mining, and here is with me his name is Cirrus. Cirrus is our chief safety officer. I understand we just got the word that you were coming to take a look at the anomaly. We've been doing some mining. Gentlemen, he reaches out his hand and then his eyes narrow as he sees the greasy, sticky fingers of Agent Rhodes. Again, you can call me Warwick.
Well, how you doing, Warwick? Hey, Alvarez, show him that fancy badge again. What's going on here, you guys? What's going on out here?
Well, here, let me give you a tour. If you just want to follow me, gentlemen, the safety officer, Cirrus, he has two hard hats. He passes up, gentlemen, this is an active mining site. Company regs. He passes the bright orange hard hat.
I wave it out. I say, "No, I think I'm good."
I'll take it. You never know. Put it on.
I think in case somebody don't see you.
Cirrus starts to protest. Warwick, Cirrus is fine. Well, follow me, gentlemen. I'll give you an overview of our operation here. It's been ongoing for a while. He gestures. If you follow me, I can give you the lay of the land.
Fall
I
behind.
draw like a little pad of digital paper from my pockets, and a little stylus, and I say, "Can you describe in your own world, in your own word, the nature of this anomaly?"
Yeah, it's well, I'm a geologist by training, Warwick says. And at first I thought it was just a particularly rich vein of beryllium that we've been mining. But it changed in its characteristics. The chemical and mineral just doesn't make sense. I think that we've tapped in as we were coring this 25-kilometer long asteroid. I think we've run into some kind of pocket, something that was surrounded by the heavier metals, and as we've got into that area, I think, well, I'm just not sure what to think. In my experience, it doesn't really match any of the spectrographs that we have of known elements, and we're getting some signals from there, and that's a little troubling. This rock has no history of any other mining operations or other deep coring that would have implanted or left some kind of transmitter, but yeah, we're getting some transmissions that they don't make a lot of sense, and a few of the men have been getting sick.
Oh, few men have been getting sick.
Yeah,
Scribble.
the safety Sirius says, yeah, we think it might just be there's the transmission may have some nauseating effects, like being too close to high radio waves, but they're not radio waves. As far as we can tell, it's just very low frequencies.
I tap my little watch. Bloop, bloop. Hey, look at this, Alvarez. There is some kind of frequency out here, it looks like. Real low on the spectrum.
Yeah, so follow me, gentlemen. Warwick keeps walking down the gleaming hallway, passing open doors where miners lounge around, bored, feet up on the tables.
Hold on. Hey, Warwick, was it?
Yeah, it's Warwick. Agent Rhodes.
You got some respirators for my man Alvarez here?
Respirators? Yeah, I'm serious. Do we have some? I'm sure we could get you one.
Yeah, let's
Is that
Alvarez.
Is that necessary?
It might be.
Well, here I think we're self-contained. We have our own atmosphere, and then as we've been excavating, let me show you. It'd probably be easier.
Before we go any further, in this, getting respirator or going goes to the anomaly, potential anomaly, I'd like to those sick men have they been seen by doctors?
Oh yeah. Sirius says, yes. We have medical facilities on site, and we do have some good robotics as well. They've been treated, and I'm thinking that just some rest will be fine. It's pretty stressful work, and we are under a tight deadline.
They're not.
I would want to talk to those doctors. Sorry,
I'm sure we can. He pulls out a data pad and starts tapping away. We have our chief physician is coming on shift in about an hour. I could wake him.
Hey, Alvarez, what do you?
Thank you. Yeah.
You want to talk to the men too? They should be around, right?
Yes, we will want to talk to the men that have been exposed the most directly with this.
That's what I want.
Potential anomaly. That would be standard procedure, no?
How the men hold up?
I'm not here to tell you how to do your job. You're clearly a veteran of the field.
I like to get the rookie's opinion.
Sirius takes a few steps back and he starts talking to someone on his data pad.
So Warwick, let's show us around.
Well, just come this way. From my office. There's a bit of an observation deck. You can see into the asteroid, which we've been hollowing out. It's just down the hallway here. Follow me. He starts walking briskly down the hallway.
I'm following him behind.
I follow behind Alvarez.
Keep like scribbling stuff on my little pad. I'm looking around, looking in the empty door, in the open door on each side.
Many of the rooms occupied. Men wearing working overalls, other things, but lounging around.
So the operation have been put on a halt due to this anomaly.
That's correct, Agent, Warwick says as he continues to walk towards his office. This has really put us behind schedule, and we're hoping to get started again as quick as we can ascertain exactly what it is we're dealing with here. I've got a lot of men that are, really counting on this overtime, and as it is right now, we've had to shut down all the shifts and just lounging around.
What do you use beryllium for?
It's used for a lot of tooling. We're mining this one in particular because it has the metals we're getting are, and he goes on to an explanation of how pure the metals are and how important this can be and how economically viable this operation is in normal times. Seeing as Agent Rhodes, we won't be leaving this asteroid just an empty hole. No, there's all sorts of consortiums that are interested in building habitats from these. And seeing as the operation normally goes so quickly, it's a very profitable venture for Apex Mining. I've done a few of these already in my career.
Of course, this rock's just too valuable to leave behind.
He stops outside a door, and with his fingerprint, it opens the door. The door reveals an office, desk, few chairs. Facing the desk is a large window. Lighting up in the window is a cavern that extends into the core of this asteroid.
I'm looking through the door on each side, from the outside. So, this is where the magic happened?
Well, yes and no, Agent. He walks around the desk and sits down. This is where the administration happens. The magic is the men that you passed in the hallway. Those are the real workers.
Point toward the window. I say that's what I was talking about.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, here, and he taps on the desk in a few places, and some lights, additional floodlights turn on, revealing the scope of the mining operation within the asteroid.
I reach from some shade in my pocket and put them on.
Step up to the window and pat him on the back. That looks amazing. I'm slipping my hand in the pocket to try to find anything.
Success.
Let's pull it out, put it in my pocket real quick.
Yes. So as Warwick looks out over, his door chimes. With a command, he opens it, and Cirrus enters. Following him is another man, an older man, wearing a white lab coat. He steps in.
I pull out my bag of donuts. Welcome to the party, gents. Just admiring your operation here with Agent Alvarez.
I turn toward the man that just entered. I say, "Oh, you must be the medical officer here."
Yes, it was my report that brought you here. And I stand by it. Can't sweep these things under the rug. My name's Dr. Gray.
Oh, yeah, I've read your report, but I'll need some more, I always like to talk to people face to face, right?
Exactly. Well, I'm glad that you came as quickly as you did, too. Warwick makes the introduction. This is Dr. Gray. He's our chief medical officer and responsible for making sure all the miners stay safe. He's also the one that's been treating those that have come down with a few symptoms. Perhaps you can give a synopsis, Doctor? He nods.
Yeah, let's hear what's been going on here.
Would you mind if you just sit on the table so I can write down a bit more? And I pull a chair.
Of course.
Sit down. Put my pad of digital paper down on the table with my little stylus. So, Dr. Gray.
Yes.
Tell me more about those symptoms that the man suffered from. You said like it seemed to be like pretty mild from what I read from the report, but
well, it's mild, but what alarmed me is that it was so consistent. It's not unusual for miners to come down with living in close confines with the odd bug. Those are easily treated. This sense of vertigo is the best way I could describe it to you, Agent. It's resisting the normal treatments that we would give. I have a few patients that have improved somewhat, but I'm concerned that I can't rightly say what's causing it. And it was the crew that was operating the laser drills that breached whatever it is pocket of minerals. And since that time, well, it hasn't been getting that much better in terms of these low frequency waves that we're experiencing. We don't have an explanation for those as well. I did insist on a complete shutdown of the mining operation just to make sure that it wasn't some of our equipment that was causing this. But no, it doesn't appear to be.
I offer the doctor a donut and say,
he takes one look at the donut. He looks at Agent Rhodes. You know those will kill you.
Nah, nothing can kill me. I eat it. Do you think the radiation and the beryllium's having a reaction, or is it a whole new mineral? What do you think, Warwick? Serious?
Well, Warwick speaks up. The initial readings from this pocket suggest some other mineral, or maybe it's a compound. Our equipment isn't registering any matches. This is a potential huge find, but we certainly want to make sure, he looks over at Dr. Gray, that no one's at risk.
Yes, I guess you assume you went through the standard procedure of like monitoring radiation and yeah.
Cirrus speaks up. Yes, we have well-established safety protocols, Agent. Yes.
Those miner, what kind of shift are they doing? What kind of like how long were the rotation?
Warwick speaks up. We generally work 10-hour shifts, and we have 3 shifts on rotation. We use a 30-hour clock. We find that works best. 3 full shifts here, with maybe a half shift just in case anyone is unable to work.
So technically, basically, the miner would have a 20-hour break between each shift.
Yeah, that's about right. It's pretty intense work. The 20 hours are needed.
I got to use the bathroom. I think this donut. I think it's gonna kill me. I think it's gonna kill me, Doc. You're right.
Cirrus steps up. There's a washroom just down the hall. You'll find some restrooms there.
Thank you. I bolt
just
out.
On your right. It's the 3rd door down.
Thank you. I bolt out, looking at the thing that I found off of a
small data pad.
Go ahead.
I'm just sitting on the toilet, tapping keys.
It is locked.
I just enter a random button to see how many keys are needed.
It's a long passcode. Exceptionally long.
Damn. I tap my communicator, set it to private communications Alvarez.
Alvarez, your ear chimes. Ding.
I look at it. I take my my communicator from my pocket. I look what it is on the screen, like subtly.
It says, need secret passcode. Work your magic.
Dr. Gray is in the middle of an explanation of the other symptoms that the miners often come down with, but which are different from these particular miners.
And how long ago did it start?
The onset of symptoms, you mean?
Yes.
Well, it coincided almost immediately with the breach of the pocket, we're calling it.
How long typically are the miners on the station before they can go back home to their family or wherever they want to go?
Oh, this is a 6-month rotation.
Did anybody leave since the breaching of the pocket?
No, serious. No, we haven't had any personnel changes. And we're still a good 2.5 months off before the next shift change.
Suddenly, I click on my communicator that is that I keep on my lap, and I put the audio communication on, towards the roads, so we can hear.
Now listen in.
Must be hard to be here for so long. Are you a family man, Doctor, Mister?
Dr. Gray, yes. Well, I do have a sister still, and but no, I have no family of my own. Mining is such as it is. It attracts mostly singles. There's a few that have families.
In the administration. What about you, Mr. Warwick?
Oh,
Any
yes.
wife or children?
Yes, I do. Yep. Yes, I do. Kids
man,
are all grown and off doing their own thing. But yes, yes, I do. Certainly do.
Still a beautiful wife waiting for you at home?
I do. I don't know how that's pertinent. He looks over at the desk where there's a moving picture of a attractive older lady and obviously Warwick Carlton standing on the side of a nice lake with a little cabin in the background.
I catch up his glimpse and I walk up to the picture and I pick it up. I say, "Oh, so that's her, right? What's her name?"
Oh, yes. Her name's Charlie.
How long have you been married?
I've been married now. I have to say, Agent, this is very unusual for you to be asking me this. I don't see how it's pertinent.
Sorry if I make you uncomfortable. I was just
it's just
sometimes I just like doing a little chit chat. Help me think. Don't take it personally.
Okay,
I like
okay.
to know a bit about the people I work with. Don't take it.
Roll D6 for me.
No.
You're doing great, Alvarez.
Well, I guess if it helps you think, we've been married now for 27 years.
Oh, congratulations.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And that picture that you're looking at, that's taken at a nice cabin that we have on a lake. It's a Terry Lake is what the cabin is.
I typed that in.
I never got married. All I have is an old dog back at home. Demetrius is his name. You love dogs?
I do like dogs. Absolutely. Yeah. I have a little bit of a penchant for dogs. We have one. It's a beautiful hunting hound. We call him Strudwick.
Strudwick?
Yes, Strudwick. It's a long story.
It's an interesting name for sure.
Yeah, Strudwick. I love that dog. We actually paid to have him gene edited. It's a new thing, but should give him easily another 10, 15 years of life.
It is not as new as people think.
Well, I suppose not, but it was a bit of a luxury. I spent one of my year's bonuses on that dog. Love that dog.
And what are you do to go back to your? Are you going back to the Terry Lake cabin?
Oh, Terry Lake, yes, yes, I will, but probably not on this rotation. We're getting to kind of a critical stage, and I think I'll extend. Charlie may not be too excited about it, but it's important that we meet our deadlines.
I hope my partner is doing all right. He's been out a while.
Dr. Gray eyebrow raises. He really should, I understand the policeman stereotype, but he needs to take better care of himself. Those donuts, several systems have outlawed those, the trans fats and all.
Oh, I love trans fats. I'm just sitting on the toilet typing in Terry Lake, Strudek, anything that sounds right.
Roll for me. roll with Boone, please. Success. The small data pad unlocks.
Ooh. Take out
Reveals
a little cable.
Corporate communications.
Yeah, this is juicier than a juicy donut. Connected to my little watch pad. Start downloading the data.
So this operation, like, how does the mining work exactly? I've never been on a mining operation before. Are the guys out there in spacesuit and all? Or
No, that's an excellent
through laser
question.
drill?
At first, when we're just doing the larger excavations, we prefer to have that, notwithstanding the risks, we tend not to pressurize for those activities, just in case there's some trapped gases and whatnot. We prefer to just work in vacuum. But once we've added these facilities to the asteroid, and he types on his desk again, and a hologram appears of a model of the asteroid as it spins and reveals an interior that's been worked out, veins of metal that have been mined, and there's some smelters as well to further refine the metals here on site. Warwick goes on in detail describing how at this point in the operation, as it's actually better to have the cavity start to pressurize. So they have been pressurizing this and pumping in oxygen and other noble gases to facilitate the gradual transformation of this large space into a habitat, and also to make some of the mining a little for the crew a little easier. He explains that the asteroid is now spinning, providing some rudimentary gravity as it rotates.
Because from what I understand with those laser drill, at first it's pretty indiscriminate process. You kind of fire blind, take everything out, and refine it then in the smelter.
That's correct. When we're dealing with large scale, that's how we do it. That particular process has been completed, and now we're just chasing out the richest remaining deposits that won't compromise the outer shell of what will eventually become I would imagine, a home to millions of people.
Once the data's downloading, power off the device, throw it in a waste bucket, and head back into the office.
Dr. Gray's eyes come up. Agent Rhodes, are you okay?
Yeah, just had to make some more room for some more donuts, Take one out, eat it.
Sirius looks over at the doctor, and they both kind of,
What have you guys been up to, huh? Figure it out yet, Alvarez? You cracked the case?
No, not yet. I needed your assistance, actually. Like, and I pointed at his wrist. And I said, do you have those frequency you caught up on this device?
Oh, yeah, I got the right here. Make sure to...
Any semblance of pattern? Or like does it seem noise? Is it random?
No, I'm not really a scientist. I mean, you got the eyes here. I just record the data for you. Give it a look-see.
Warwick types onto his desk again. The model is replaced with a frequency chart. And on that frequency chart, a low, very low frequency. We think it's mostly noise. He manipulates it with his desk, and it magnifies that particular sine wave.
If we try to, have you tried to clean up the noise and try to identify if there's a regular pattern to be found?
As much as we can. We don't really have the equipment for that. We have some spectrographs and other things that we use for maintenance, but nothing really has come through.
I think
could you download those frequency pattern? So we
yes, we have saved it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can download that easily. I say we get a little closer though. Up close, better recording.
Sirius steps forward. Agents, we just so that Apex Mining is covered. We have some waivers here if you're going to go towards the anomaly.
Cool. Where else would we be going? I love anomalies, right, Alvarez? That's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's right.
Most of them are pretty harmless, but like I pick up the waiver and I start reading it.
Standard corporate speak.
Grab the pen with my sticky fingers and squirrel on it.
The data pad accepts,
and I'm reading the whole thing.
I didn't read a bit of it.
Dr. Gray says, "Well, agents, do you want to talk to the men that I have? I'm treating them for vertigo still."
Yeah.
Still? How long
Yes.
since the last exposure?
About 4 days ago.
Okay. Yes, we'd like to talk to them if they're capable of, if their condition will allow.
Well, Sirius picks up. Well, we better check with them first. You know, they didn't really sign off that they would be questioned about their health, especially, Doctor. I mean, there's privacy concerns, isn't there?
Nah, that's fine. Let's just go.
I'm sure those men want this problem resolved too. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Dr. Gray speaks up. Well, agents, you wouldn't be recording their names, I imagine. This is just getting the...
Look, I pull out my pockets. I got nothing to write with. I got donuts. That's what I got.
I would have to record their name and detail.
Well, we can handle any kind of release forms when we're in the clinic. Cirrus.
Sure. And I point forward toward the door. And
all right. Before you leave, Warwick says, here's he opens his desk and pulls out 2 visitor tags. He goes, here's some visitor tags. There's also an ability here on the tag. He shows you if you hit the back of the tag, it'll show you a map of where you are, so it's impossible to get lost. Here's the tags.
Turn around, I pick them both, and I hand one over to Rhodes, and I pin the other one to my jacket pocket.
Just slide mine in my pocket. All right. Let's get to business.
Dr. Gray nods and says, "Oh, here, follow me, gentlemen. The clinic's not far. Just one level down."
Follow behind him.
Right after you, Dr. Gray.
The older
Is this
doctor
a station? Asked the doctor, walking behind him. Is it a dry station?
Or do you mean, are the men able to consume alcohol?
Yes.
Yes, they can. I do monitor it in case there's any abuse.
Can we smoke in here?
This something that's been ruled out already.
Yes, I thought of that first. You know, sometimes I have been in a few mining facilities, he says as he walks to a small lift that goes between the floors and summons the lift. I have, miners being the crew that they are, I remember one that thought he fancied himself a little bit of a distiller. And so I did test their blood to make sure that it wasn't some rot gut that they were brewing in their room. Potato peelings, I remember one place, but no, I was able to quickly rule that out. I did find that one of them had a bit of a habit I wasn't aware of, but that doesn't explain why they all had the same symptoms. The lift doors open.
That is definitely weird. You allow smoking in this facility?
Absolutely not.
Excellent.
He gestures for the lift, towards the lift, holding the door open.
I step in.
I step in after hiding my cigarettes.
I'm still scribbling on my little paper pad.
Dr. Gray steps in afterwards.
What all this says.
The lift doors close, and then the lift goes down. The doctor punches in the control. Though he said one floor down, the elevator takes some time to get to its next stop. The doors open. Zing. Another white, gleaming hallway. Doctor gestures outside of the lift. Just down the hallway. It's the door at the end of the hallway.
Thank you, Doc.
I step out and I start walking slowly in the doorway in front of the rest, like letting them catch up to me, but like I'm looking in the window and the doors on each side, peeking around.
Following Alvarez.
Doors on line the hallway, all closed. Small nameplates next to the doors. Dr. Gray catches up, pulls ahead. Just down the hallway here, you can see these are just the crew quarters where the men have their apartments. They're quite nice. You don't have to share rooms. There's plenty of room.
That's nice.
I also thought of that in case it was just, they were having a card game or spending time together.
Who's the liveliest of the bunch? Who's got it the least?
Well, that would be Baldwin. He's the youngest. He seems to be coming around, although slower than I would have liked.
Okay. Maybe we should check on Baldwin first, Alvarez. What do you think?
Yes. We need to start somewhere.
All right.
Yeah. And then when the first symptom appeared, did you enact some kind of quarantine?
Yes, of course. We have to be careful of things like legionnaires, some of the other things that are easily treated, but because of us all working together and sharing the same air, we have to be careful of those. I constantly screen for such pathogens. He hits the door command and it slides open, revealing a clinic. There's a number of beds lined up. About half the beds are occupied with 6 minors.
Is there a place where we could do some interview?
Yeah,
privately?
We're going to need to do a private interview.
Private interview. Okay, well, I do have an examination room. You could use that if you want. It's just over there to the left, just down that hallway, and then there's the door. My office is just opposite it, but it's private. You can use it.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. And I step toward there, and I turn back over my shoulder and say, just send us... so what was his name again? Baldwin?
Baldwin. He's just there on the far left in that general room. It looks like he looks down at a data pad where vital statistics scroll by. Looks like he's just about to wake up.
Can you take your time? Yeah. We'll need a few minutes to prepare.
Like I said, of course, just down the hallway, and there's an examination room. You can take that over if you wish.
And I head toward there.
I imagine that you'll want to speak to all the men eventually. I'll just go do my rounds and check on them.
Of course, just send Baldwin when you're ready. Head in with the Alvarez. Shut the door.
After the door is shut, I dim the light a bit in the room and take off my shades, put them back in my pocket.
You look really cool with those shades on, though, Alvarez. I click on my watch, start adjusting dials, looking for any video audio frequencies being recorded from the room, and try to jam them.
I go around the room. I rub a finger along the counter, and I look if there's any dust. I look at the cleanliness of the place.
Completely isolated. Critical success. Dr. Gray is a man, obviously a physician of fastidious nature. Everything is clinically clean.
I look at Rhodes. So they seem to be running a tight operation.
Yeah, they had some tight security cameras everywhere. Bugs, man. This place is not up to snuff. Something's going on.
Well, some security would be expected. It's
yeah, but that was something more. For a simple mining operation, you had to cut through 3 different security codes to get those cameras off, man. All right, let's just wait for Baldwin. What do you think, though?
I don't know. It seemed to be. I'm a bit out of my depth here, right? I'm not a geologist or anything. I'm not a chemist. Yeah,
I just show up here. They don't tell me what to do. You just show up, and stuff happens. I mean, that's the job.
Well, yeah, we ask questions, we take notes, I guess, right?
Yeah, sometimes you shoot things. I mean, that's the fun part, but we'll see.
Well, I've went through that enough.
Yeah, I understand. Seeing a little bit too much combat there, Alvarez.
I've seen more than my share.
All right, well.
Now, well, those eyes that saw that horror, they're gone now. So I guess it's a fresh new pair of eyes.
Well,
The
at least I
memory
hope
don't fade though.
if we get in trouble, I know you got my back though, right, buddy?
Yeah. Oh.
All right.
But they seem to have ruled out like the basic, most common thing that you would think of, right? Or at least that I would think of.
Well, their drill hit some kind of new mineral, right? It didn't hit the beryllium. The radiation hit the new mining, the new material, caused some kind of reaction, which created that frequency. So
What yes, but what kind of mineral do you know that emit frequency, right? Except like for radiation. And this is not it. This has been ruled out already.
vocalarium, but I don't see none of that. I can look through my watch here.
Like
That's about
beryllium
it.
is already like slightly radioactive, no?
Just a
As a
little
mineral.
just a tiny bit, not enough
Or
to
might it
scare
be
you off.
barium?
Who knows?
Yeah. So they would be used to those kind of operation.
Yeah. I don't know.
So do you think? I think we'll have to go see. Do you think they're?
Oh, that's why we're waiting for Baldwin. He's knows, right? He's mining it.
I don't know if we know much more, but it's worth talking to the man.
He will when I shove some donuts down his mouth. He'll know for sure.
I don't think that's how any of this work.
We'll see. We'll see, big guy.
A light knock at the door.
I open the door. Come on in, son.
Younger
I rest.
man.
I rest a bit my ass on the upper, like on the examination table. Kind of half standing, half sitting.
Hair long mullet. He's wearing scruffy, unshaven, deep bags under his eyes. Baldwin walks in, looks nervously at Agent Rhodes, Agent Alvarez. What's going on? You don't look like company men, or are you company men?
Shut the door.
Am I in trouble?
Shut the door.
You're
and
not
lock
in
it.
trouble.
Of course not.
Wait, I was told that this was nothing.
It's nothing.
It is
nothing. I throw him the bag of donuts. Take a load off. We're just here to talk.
He grabs the donuts. What?
I point toward a chair. I said, you probably want to sit down, considering your condition.
Yeah, I'm just dizzy a little bit. I don't know. The doctor's making a big deal out of nothing.
Your blood sugar's low. Eat a donut.
I mean, it'd be better than all the healthy food. He rummages into the paper bag, pulls out small little donut bite, pops it in his mouth, sits down, starts chewing on it.
So obviously you're not in trouble. We're not there to. You're not the one being investigated here. We're trying to figure out.
You guys look like cops, though, man.
We are.
From the department. You know what that is. Come on. It's all the fun, please.
I mean, he looks down at the donuts again, smells the bag. You say I'm not in trouble. What do you want?
We want to figure out the cause of this sickness that affected you.
Well, you got to talk to the doctor. I don't know. I'm just a minor, man.
Doctors don't know nothing. Come on.
What'd
you find down there?
What do you mean? Just that we were just mining. That's all.
No, there's got to be something besides beryllium down there. Come on.
Well, yeah, there's all sorts of goodies. I mean, this is a pretty rich rock.
What do you got?
Well, I mean, there's some precious metals, a few rares. Every so often, we get a pocket of radioactives, but we take precautions. We're not new at this. I mean, I may look young, but I've been mining as soon as I could.
Was there
mining now for like 10 years?
Was there anything different about that day compared to the previous day that you noticed?
He stops chewing for a moment. Nope, nothing different.
Would you mind walking us through that day, right? Since the beginning of your shift and...
I'm sure. I mean, Day in the life of a miner. I mean, it was our shift, me and the other guys, and we were given a section to go mine in. We were following a particularly rich vein, and we'd set up our equipment. We're trying to be a little more careful now, right? So we're using smaller drills. These are all laser drills, of course, and just kind of working our way carefully in. And we work a 10-hour shift with a few breaks in between, but we go pretty hard, and then that's about it. And that particular day, we were just working as normal, and one of the guys up in the front working getting some of the conveyor systems in place to take away the rock that we blast away with lasers. We just how the laser works, right? It just heats a portion of the rock real fast, and it causes it to fracture and it comes off. And so one of the guys said, hey, they see something ahead, and then we got an alert that there was some gas coming our way, and we go in through the gas protocol just to make sure everything was safe, because it was a bit of a void that we got into. And then we started feeling a little dizzy, and so we called it in, because Cirrus is he's a bit of a tightwad. We got to call in everything, and so we called it in, and then they pulled us off and went through the normal protocols, and that's when we started feeling a little dizzy. They always check you out whenever something unexpected happens. He reaches into the bag, and it's the last one. Is it okay? He holds it up.
It's never the last one. Pull out back from my other pocket.
Where are you keeping these?
Hey,
he pops.
Don't worry about that.
He crumples up the paper and just leaves it in a little pile
of
sugar and icing on the chair.
They took you off the normal protocols. Why'd they do that?
No, you misunderstood me, man. It was all the normal stuff, right? We didn't think anything of it. It was all. He stops again. You have anything to drink? I'm really thirsty.
We got anything with you, Alvarez? I got
nothing with me. I turn around and say and I go open. I go where there's a little sink. And I open the pantry open, looking. Oh, there. Pour some water in it. Just have some water.
He grabs it and quickly downs the water.
So how many men do you work with? And I'm still I go back with my pad, scribbling. How many men do you work with on a shift normally?
So you got 2 guys on the conveyor. You got your lead hand in front. He's going to be in charge of making sure we're on the right course. He's directing where we're going. I work in the back, and then we have a few other guys that kind of do cleanup work. So there's about 6 of us in general.
Everybody was there on that day?
Oh, yeah. We were all there. We were kind of priding ourselves. I think we've got the reputation. Our crew is the best crew of this whole operation. And we clear way more mining than the other guys do. Way more.
I take a cigarette out of my pack and put it on my lips. You got the names of that crew?
Oh, I mean, yeah. I got the names. There's Arlo, and we call him. We got Boston, Jaden, and there's Derek and Brandon.
I gotcha. Are you a smoker? You ever had one of these?
Of course, and I'm dying for one, but. The doc doesn't let us smoke in the station, and he lifts up his shirt. He's got a bit of a patch there. So
no. I hand him one. This is yours.
Is this like for real?
This is real. This is the real stuff.
Right on.
So this probably not gonna help with your condition though.
He pauses. I better not. I mean, the doc's a good guy. He looks out for us.
Tell you what, why don't you hold on to it for later? Hold on to it for later.
For later, he says. Yeah,
for later.
He takes it.
Make sure to remove the patch before you smoke it.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no. I made that mistake once.
Alvarez is a smart
last
man.
rotation out, He rolled D6, both of you.
So you're saying that the vertigo started soon after you...
Yeah.
Hit a bucket of gas. How often do you hit those bucket of gas?
I mean, it's not uncommon. Asteroids like this, it happens quite often. There'll be a little pocket, and sometimes it's just an artifact of the equipment that we use. Agent Rhodes, a thin bead of sweat on his upper lip, on his hairline.
I bump Alvarez in the shoulder with mine to get him to notice.
I nod.
What aren't you telling us?
What do you mean? I've been totally upfront with you guys.
Listen here, Baldwin. We can get you out of here, okay? There's nothing we can't do. You want to get out of here? You gotta tell us what's going on.
Man, there's nothing going on. I mean, it's just a chance for me to make some extra money. That's all.
That's it. Are you sure? We could leave you here in that radiation, poisoning.
Extra money on top of your regular amount of pay.
So, all right. So I don't see how his leg starts bouncing. He's letting his bounce. He's got a restless leg. We get a chance sometimes to do a little bit extra work, right?
Of course.
Not for the company.
No, I know it was for the company. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I got the message. It was from the boss. I mean, Warwick said that there was a special area. He sent me where he retasked us to a different part of the asteroid. Yeah, he said it was.
Often those kind of opportunities arise.
I mean, we jump at every chance of overtime we can get. I mean, it's stupid that we're running 3 shifts. We should be running 2 shifts. So, but they don't like paying a lot of overtime. So, but hey, he gave us this overtime. So yeah, I guess I wasn't totally honest with you guys. I mean, I was kind of promised some off the books money, and it's good pay.
Did you get it?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Was it worth it? Getting sick for that money?
I mean, I'm not feeling too bad. I get dizzy a little bit, but Doc says I'm getting better.
Are you getting better?
Does he?
Well, I mean, slowly, but
once you get better, they're gonna send you back there, and then you're gonna get worse again. And who knows, right?
Well, they've closed that whole area off. We even put some tents around it.
You think they're gonna let it off?
Well, I think they're just waiting to get the all clear before they clean it out or something. We might have to send in some remotes to take care of it.
Send. We're not against you. We're on your side here, right? If the management have you take risk, that put your health at risk, right? That needs to be addressed.
You know what, Alvarez? I think I know what's going on here. I think they found something they weren't supposed to find.
His restless leg keeps going. I mean, I don't want to get in any trouble, man. Warwick's been good. He could have given this job to somebody else. He gave it to us because we're the best crew.
You're the best. I believe you. I
mean,
believe you, Baldwin. I believe you.
I'm just a working guy.
Who? You know what? I think you need to go rest. Who else could we invest? Who else could we talk to that would know something?
I mean, the senior guy is Brandon.
Brandon?
Yeah, he's our lead guy.
Does he smoke too?
No, not Brandon. No. He's
clean cut.
Well, I don't know if he's clean cut or not, but
all right, Alvarez. I think we should cut this fish loose.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
Of course.
He gets up and then has to steady himself, standing up too quickly from the chair.
I extend a hand
catches himself
him.
on the corner. Yeah, sorry, just dizziness, vertigo.
I take out my pass and put it in his pocket while he's getting his ground.
Roll. Success.
All right, don't let him catch you with that cigarette out there, Alvarez. Send what is his name? Brandon? Send him in like 5 minutes.
All right, I'll send him in. And guys, he says quietly, conspiratorially.
What's up?
I mean, you didn't hear from me, right? Like I was just
No. There's a reason why we ask for privacy for those interviews. What you say is between us.
All right, he comes to the door, unlocks the door, opens it, steps out.
All right. Shut
Turn
the door,
toward
lock it.
Rhodes.
Alvarez. They're hiding something out there, but we got to be quick. I pull up my data pad, pull up the encrypted data. This is what I got from that data pad I swiped from Warwick.
Corporate messages, some coming from external. An external one, an exchange between Warwick and some other person. The message just says Hal.
Wow.
Talks about how give some numbers. Make this a priority. You're near the target now.
Was there a Hal in that?
We'll need to talk to this Warwick too, eh? There's something fishy going on there.
Then communications from Warwick to Brandon and the other men, Baldwin and others, offering them lucrative overtime to move their operation ahead and to a different location on the asteroid.
This doesn't seem too shady. It just seems like they're trying to pay him off, huh?
Oh, the message coming from Al.
That one was a little weird. Like I said, I think they found something they don't want the men to see.
Is there anything in the header? Can you
pull it down and look?
A series of numbers.
Read the numbers off.
Do they correspond to anything?
Your guess is as good as mine, buddy.
We'll need to cross-reference them.
I'll load up the dossier, cross-reference them with the numbers on there.
Go ahead and roll. No match.
I don't know. It doesn't look good, man.
We will need at some point to talk to this Warwick guy as well.
It's who sent us over, right? Warwick. It's whose phone I swiped. I swiped his phone. We were talking to him earlier.
Yes, but we'll need to talk to him again. That's what I'm saying. Privately.
Well, I don't know who the hell Hal is.
Maybe we can find out.
I unlock the door.
Doesn't
the next.
Brandon standing there. An older, middle-aged man. Close-cut hair. Some tattoos on his neck visible.
Come on in, Brendan. Have a seat.
Shut the door behind him. Lock it.
Keeps a hand at all times on the wall as he makes his way over to the seat and then sits down. Looks a little peaked, skin pale. Rests his head in his hand.
I'm sorry that we have to bother you from your rest. You still seem to be still quite dizzy.
And the whole world's spinning.
Yeah. Just like this asteroid. They feeding you in here, Brandon.
Through a tube.
Can't
keep anything else down.
Listen. They don't send us here empty-handed. Pull out the donuts. You want one of these? Banned in at least 3 systems.
Not unless you want to be wearing it.
Oh, no fun. All right.
I look at the odds. They wouldn't make much of a difference.
You never know.
Looks like I adjust my own suit.
All right.
Dusting up a little lint.
Pull my suit down. You handle it, then, Alvarez.
What are suits doing here?
We're trying to.
It's never good when the suits arrive. He cradles his head, his hand.
We're not from the company, right?
You're not Apex.
No, we're with Prime. We're trying to figure out what caused you this sickness, so we can address it.
Doc says that we just got a whiff of something and it's made us sick. He's trying to isolate it. He says nothing to worry about, but the world keeps spinning around me.
Yeah.
Can't sleep. Got to be drugged. Can't keep any food down.
What was your
to work?
What was your position on the crew, Brandon?
I'm lead. I'm the point man.
Okay. Okay.
I direct where we're going. Yeah.
So you directed them right into that vein that got everybody sick? Is that what?
Hey, this isn't my fault if that's what you're getting at.
Hey.
They all know the risks.
How do you choose where to point the men at?
Well, we have equipment that'll do surveys. We use some pretty advanced sonar to sound into the rocks.
So
the
you
different
went
densities come back, and we can sometimes read before we even get the lasers in place.
So you went to attack this vein based on the sonar reading? Is that one? This specific vein?
No, it was we were directed there. It was a special assignment. I guess Baldwin's in pretty tight with Warwick. He said that got this special, and then we got the message from I got the message from Warwick, just like Baldwin said I would, and yeah, and so I directed the crew there. We get some good overtime, and
so that's fairly an unusual procedure.
I mean, it can sometimes happen when they're reviewing. The geologists will review the surveys that come back. Oh, my head is just spinning.
You want a drink of water? That'll help you.
Yeah, maybe some water. I'll try that.
I'll get you some water. Go get
anyway,
water.
Yeah. So sometimes the surveys take some. They'll go over it, and then they'll send us to do a little, test area to see if we've missed something that could be juicy. I mean, most of it's just rock.
Come back, hand them the water.
I mean, this has been a bit of a bust.
So you didn't find anything special,
There's nothing special on this. Company's going to lose a ton of money on this.
They give you a special assignment, but then you don't find anything special?
Nothing more. I mean, they claim that we're getting decent returns, but I've got a buddy and looking at the smelting, and the yields on this rock are lousy. Whatever they paid for it, for the rights, they got hosed.
Interesting.
That's very interesting. do these numbers mean anything to you? 0.69.420?
I don't know, man. No? Someone's bank account?
Yeah, I wish. I wouldn't be here.
It's not the balance in my account.
No, I thought that might be some readings from the sonar you took.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Nah.
I will look at it later.
Doesn't fit. That's not really my thing. I'm more of a hands-on guy. But I can tell you, based on what I've seen coming through the conveyors, this is a money-losing venture. And we're just trying to get, a little bit of overtime. It's the first time we've had overtime this whole rotation.
How long have you been a miner?
I've been mining now for better part of 20 years. 25 years now. This is my third company.
How long on this specific assignment?
This is my first rotation in.
How long you plan on staying on this rock?
Man, I'm not coming back.
You're not
this
coming
thing's
back?
a bust. Apex is going to go under.
I think so.
I mean, it's not my first rodeo. He reaches over and takes the cup, takes a little sip of it. Ooh, he grabs his stomach. He sets that back, the cup back on the counter. Ooh.
Yeah. It's a little muddy.
I've seen I've seen this happen before. These mining outfits, they take a big bet, it doesn't pay off. A lot of guys don't get paid.
I close my my pad visibly. I say, yeah, this operation seemed to be run in pretty well order.
I mean, it's all shiny in the barracks and around here, but that's not what counts. This is a cost center. What counts is what's coming up from those conveyors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is that? What's coming up from the conveyors?
A lot of nothing.
A lot of nothing.
Worthless rock.
You don't seem to like this company too much, do you?
You know what? Mining's a hard job. It's hard on families. It's hard on bodies. He gestures to himself. At least we should get paid.
I mean,
But I
that's
tell
true.
you get stiffed once or twice. You know you got to look after yourself.
Let me ask you a question. Fuel is how are you gonna get off this rock?
I
You
mean,
got
my
no-
rotation's up in a month and a half now.
you got
I'm
you,
not coming back.
yeah, you got to pay.
Contractually obliged to send us back to where we came.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you ever seen anybody leave this rock before?
Oh yeah, they've got the shifts coming in. It's been a while
Okay.
since one rotated out. I guess 3. So yeah, it's every 2 months. There's a change.
I
Interesting.
look at rods and I say, I got what I needed.
Okay. All right, Brandon. Why don't you go take a rest? Go take a rest.
He gets up unsteady on his feet. Again, one hand on the wall as he makes his way back outside of the room.
Thank you very much, Donovan, for your time, and rest well.
Exactly.
Yeah, he says.
Lock the
Gets
door
his way
again.
out.
So Alvarez, what are you thinking?
I'd like to talk to about the people in accounting. See, like what Donovan says is true about the profit margin of this operation.
Well, I think you're gonna find a loss, but I think they found something very valuable. That's why they got those tents set up out there.
I would think so as well, but like,
Okay.
I'd be interested in knowing if
The
they
more
found
you,
this thing off the book.
I think the more you dig, the less likely we're gonna get to the bottom of this. They're gonna shove us off this rock quicker than you can think.
They cannot shove us. They cannot shut it off.
Well, not unless you use those blue eyes and start shooting people. You know how money men are. Protect their profit at any cost.
Yeah, but I'm thinking if you just like talk about somebody like from,
You gotta
people
find
like in
you
the
gotta
book.
find someone that doesn't like the company if you're gonna do that. Think you can pull that off?
I'm not ready to make a move anytime yet, but like I'd like to have a little more information before we confront this worried guy.
All right. We gotta ask. You know what? We didn't ask about Hal either. We didn't find out who that is.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's go find someone from McCallum then. Unlock the door and open it.
The doctor's there in the adjoining room, helping Brandon back into his bed, hooking up an IV drip. He's like, "This will help you sleep."
I waved to the doctor. I said, "Thank you, Dr. Gray," as I walk by. We
Waves back. All
got
right
what we
then.
need from those men. We'll let them rest for now.
Okay.
We'll find our way back to the office. Thank you. And I head toward the lift.
Follow Alvarez.
Call the lift.
The lift door is open. Has not been used since you arrived.
I
Get
step in the
in.
lift.
Yeah.
Pull up my watch. Try to pull up a map.
The controls of the lift indicate up towards the docking facility and other offices, and then down to the active face.
Let's go to the office.
Okay, I guess we'll go up. I press up.
Again, the lift takes a surprising long period of time.
I monitor as we go up with my watch.
I think
Close the door.
there's something here that we there seems to be like some kind of like financial aspect to this whole thing, right? If they say, I wanna clarify that as first, because there's no point in us going to figure out on the floor and getting dirty what the anomaly is if somebody in here already knows, right? And if the money doesn't flow, that means somebody's in the know.
Yeah, a lot of people know. They moved all the miners to a new site. They won't let you down there. That's the old site. Guarantee. When you go down there, they're going to stop you. Guaranteed.
Well, I'm not in a rush to get there, right? And then like I brush my little lint on my suit, make sure there's no dust.
Pull
The
up
lift
a cigarette.
chimes.
Oh, shit. Put it back down real quick.
The door is open.
Step
There in the
through it.
hallway, speaking with Cirrus, is Warwick. Both of their heads swivel over to see the lift doors open.
How you
I
doing,
slowly
gents?
step out of the lift. I wave at them.
Warwick calls over. How are they doing? You're satisfied you were able to see the men? They're recovering, I hear.
Some seem to be doing better than others.
Yeah, they don't do too bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's a relief, right, Cirrus? Cirrus nods, silent.
So you've been talking about like all this operation being big money with the carving off the asteroid and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a real marvel.
Who was in charge of the accounting here?
Oh, well, I forward all of that to our accounting department. It's actually located on the planet Maitland, in the Maitland system here. So we have that. I mean, there's some books. I have Jaden. Jaden, he takes care of the books for me here. Would you like to speak with him for some reason?
Yes,
I'm sure they'd be fine.
Yes, I'd like to talk to Jaden. We're just trying to get a bigger picture of the operation and what's happening here.
Sure, he's just
pay close attention to Warwick when I say that.
Go ahead and roll. The request has Warwick shifting his weight side to side. He glances up at Cirrus. His eyes narrow slightly, and then back over to you. Yeah, of course. I'll Cirrus, go see where Jaden is and get him to move over to his office. Agent Alvarez and Agent Rhodes want to speak with him.
Yes, we will need obviously a private office that we can talk and.
Oh, of course.
All right, we'll meet him over there then, right, Alvarez?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, keep me posted, Warwick says as he exits the hallway into one of the doors. As he enters the door, the sound of men saying, "What's going on, boss? Why are we still sitting?" The door closes, cutting off the conversation.
You heard that right, Alvarez?
Yep.
They're waiting for us to leave before they do their work.
You think so?
On. I think so. Let's talk to Jaden first. I know you want to talk.
You don't think they're gonna? You don't think they're trying to?
Hold on. Let's get somewhere. Let's.
Cirrus
get to the room.
Looks up from his communicator. I've got Jaden here. He's going to be in his office. You'll find his office. You go down. You take a left. Continue past 3 doors, and then you'll see a door. It says accounting, and that's Jaden's office. He'll meet you there. He should be there in about 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I start walking toward there.
Cirrus goes in the same door that Warwick went in. As the door opens, a loud conversation intrudes on the hallway for just a moment, and then the door quickly closes.
I turn toward Rhodes. Yeah, those two have something to hide.
Oh, definitely. 100%. I should have swiped his phone. We'll get it next time.
I open the door of the accounting office.
There, the accounting office is terminals, several terminals on a desk, lots and lots of data pads, and they're just stacked up there of various sizes, some small from equipment, other larger ones. The lights come on, they flicker on. A voice from the hallway. Excuse me, that's my office. I appreciate you not going in there without me. And a thin, short man approaches, adjusting glasses on his face.
Slam the door before you can get in and lock it.
And bangs on the door.
Immediately open my watch to start countermeasuring audio and visual feeds.
Go ahead. The encryption in this room resists initial efforts. protests.
Little
What is the meaning of this?
spend a little.
Let me
karma
into
on
my
it.
office.
I take off my badge, show it to him with a PA ID.
He looks through the window of his office. He sees that. What? The agency? What is the agency doing here? This is unacceptable. We have rights. He starts complaining. I'm going to get Warwick.
I unlock the door. Get in here, you baby.
What are you doing?
What's trying to test your metal? See what you're made of.
Who are you? He looks you up and down.
We're just, well, I'm sure you're aware that the operation is currently stopped.
Well, yes, we had a safety incident and some unexplained readings. It's nothing. I'm sure it'll be quickly resolved.
It is not nothing, and we're here to investigate this safety incident. We're caring about
Then
the safety.
Why are you
of
talking
the
to me? I
worker.
just keep the books. I just have to write down the yields.
We're trying
and
to get a
tonnage.
general picture of the operation.
Well, you could have just told me that. Locking me out of my office. This is my office. It's
Your
the way
office?
I want it. Yes.
I thought this was Hal's office. My bad.
Who's Hal?
You don't know Hal? He's an old
Roll.
friend of mine. He said he was
Roll.
going to be visiting.
Critical success.
Yeah, you should know Hal.
Jaden gulps.
Yeah. I think
He looks.
Hal Alvarez.
He looks out the door, down the hallway, both directions, then closes the door. He taps
I go
the
to
inside
the
of the
door
door,
and
and the glass on the door goes opaque.
We wanted to come in your office so we can have some privacy and talk.
I've done
Earnest.
everything Hal asked. I've never done anything that Hal. I've always said. I've always been. I am not the. You
Just relax.
starts
Relax.
hyperventilating,
Pull out a cigarette here. You take one of these. Take
shaking hands. He lifts for the cigarette.
one. There you
takes
go.
it.
There you go. Don't worry, big guy.
The small waif of a man with his spectacles now vibrating on this end of his nose, keeps having to push them up. Do you have a light?
Oh, of course.
So what did this
Torch
Al
some
guy? What did the Al ask you to do? And
I mean, nothing really. I mean, just shifting around some numbers here and there. That's all. Just shifting around numbers. I mean, that's not my. I just have to do what I'm told. I'm just a junior accountant.
because the operation is not doing too well, we can all see that.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I've done something wrong. Hal told me that it would never come back to this. Are you with the tax agency or something?
We're not
Tax
here.
agency. We're not that
We're
evil.
not here for you.
Oh no! You're with the security exchange. Oh no!
Oh
We're not.
my
Don't,
goodness.
Jaden. Don't. We're not here for you. We're here for the safety of the worker. But those things might be related.
I didn't know anything about that. I don't know. I just the numbers guy. That's all I am. I'm telling you. That's all I am.
What number you got in your head right now? Tell me a number.
What number do you want? I'll give you anything you want.
069420. Does that mean anything to you? Am I missing a couple of zeros on there? A couple ones, maybe?
He chokes on the smoke from the cigarette. So you work for Hal then? You're from him, aren't you?
He's an old friend. Don't worry about it.
We're not here to cause you trouble or to harm you. We're just trying to solve something. There's been a problem in communication somewhere, and we're trying to put the picture back together.
This is about the anomaly, isn't it?
What else would it be about?
Right. Well, Hal said that that the the numbers that he wanted me moving around on the spreadsheets, like the yields and everything that was just going to be temporary because he expected some big payday, and he said it was coming soon.
Did it come?
I mean, I don't know. Everything was going fine, and then some guys got sick. I haven't heard. I haven't heard from Hal. Last I heard, he was coming here.
What about Warwick and Cyrus and all this?
With the boss? I mean, he's just a placeholder, and Cyrus is the real boss. He works for Hal.
The work is just a little soft plush toy, huh? Compared
Warwick's
to
an idiot. He's just the forever company man. Cyrus is he's scary. He's a scary guy.
Scary man? Nah.
I take off my pad. I say, how long have you been working for Apex?
Apex? I've been working for Apex for 12 years now. This was supposed to be my big payday. I was going to get promoted, be able to stay planetside.
Well, I don't know if that payday's coming, man. I really don't know.
I know it's really bad. I know it's bad, but Hal said it was just going to be a matter of time, and then we get the big payday.
A matter of time before what? You guys haven't even got the Anomaly out yet.
Yeah, but he found it, right? They found it.
They found it, but
and they wanted to keep it for themselves.
Is that what's going on, Jaden? These men wanted to keep it from Hal? Did they want to keep it from Hal?
He I don't know. He holds his head. I don't know.
Pull out my coat, and the boss, shotgun, street sweeper is shown. This is the boss right now. You tell us right now, are these men trying to screw Hal?
He drops the cigarette on the desk, backs up, knocking against some file cabinets. You do work for Hal. I knew it. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I didn't tell anybody. I've been good. I haven't said anything.
Well, you tell us what you know. Tell us everything. You're going to meet the boss real soon.
We just need to
furtively between the two. I can't. I have a hard time breathing. All right. Well, okay. So here's what I know. Hal said that we're going to run at a loss until we can get deep enough into this rock, and then, but we gotta keep it showing profitable, so as not to raise any questions. The board of directors and all of that. Apex just went public, and that there's a lot of scrutiny, and so we had to just make sure that everything was above board until we got deep into the rock. And then Hal said that that he knew something was here, and that it would change everything.
Well, obviously there's been a screw up at some place.
And I don't know more than that. That's all he told me.
That's it. We already knew that. I want to know who's trying to mess with Hal's operation here.
Well, no, I mean the doctor. He's the one that insisted on the medical report. Cyrus said that it wasn't necessary, and the guys would just get better. And Dr. Gray insisted. He's some principled guy. He's a good man. He just obviously he's a little too insistent. Cyrus was furious when found out that the doctor had already sent the report in, bypassed him. And all the other men now are whipped up into fury because they blame the doctor for stopping the work. No one's getting paid. Everyone's angsty. And I haven't had any message from Hal. And that's never good.
I look at Rhodes and say, seem like we have a problem of double cross.
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like to me. Maybe someone else needs to have a conversation with the boss, huh, Jaden? Who do you think we should be talking to, huh? It's not you. It's got to be somebody. The doc?
I don't know. He stares at the cigarette, slowly burning a little into the plastic.
I tell you what,
plastic on his desk.
Take a step toward him. I say, Cyrus, right? Cyrus, right?
Cyrus. Yeah, you want to talk to Cyrus, but I can't be there. I can't be. You can't tell him I said anything.
So Al would talk directly to you.
I mean, you'd send me when I'd send in the reports. He insisted I send it to him first. I mean, he's the vice president of production for the company, right? So I sent him the numbers, and then he came back and said the numbers were wrong, and I insisted that they were right, and then he told me that no, there's a bigger picture here. And then he would change them and send them back and said I had to change them at source. So I have to reprogram all of these data pads so that it shows, in case it's audited.
I stepped on the lit cigarette on the floor to put it out and say, so neither like Cyrus nor Warwick would act between you and all.
I mean, Cyrus knows. He's the one that checked, asked me specifically if all the data had been revised. I don't know about Warwick. He's just an empty suit, that guy.
Yeah. All right, Jaden. Tell you what.
I stepped away and I turned my back toward Jaden.
You got to tell Hal I've done my job. You got to tell him.
You don't let anybody know that we were here working for Hal, okay?
He gulps again. Go ahead.
But I want you to do something for me. All right.
His eyes narrowed just slightly. What is it?
Slap him in the face. You listen, and you listen damn well, okay?
I take out my service pistol.
I want you.
I take out the magazine. I look at it, put it back in, pull the slide back.
He, again, his glasses, having been slapped, his glasses askew on his face, puts them back in, looks nervously at Agent Alvarez, back to Agent Rhodes. I'm sorry.
I want you to look into the financials of everyone working here because someone is screwing Hal. We're going to find them, and they're going to be us. I know it's not you, Jaden. You don't just stop talking, okay? Don't say no more words. This is quiet time. Look in the financials. Someone's trying to double cross Hal. We're going to find them. You're going to find them, and you're going to be well paid. That's your payday.
I turn back to Jaden. Put my gun back in his holster, and I point at him and say, "This conversation remain between us."
He nods.
I pull out my bag of donuts, leave one on the table. I'll catch you later, big guy. Leave his office.
Leave behind Rhodes. Just before closing the door behind me, I turn back to Jaden and I point at him, nod my head, close the door behind me.
Reacts like shocked. Nods.
Shut the door. Now that was fun, right, Alvarez?
Cyrus, head of safety, walks around the corner. Gentlemen, everything all right?
Yeah, we're just eating some donuts with our boy Jaden over there. Pop one in my mouth.
I look at Cyrus. So far, there's nothing we haven't found anything suspicious so far. Like anything like.
As I told the good doctor, it's just a matter of some workplace safety, and that's my job.
You should be clear to resume operations soon, but we just need to wrap up a few details if we don't mind. Due to procedure, we need to have a private place we can talk.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, we do have we haven't used the boardroom in a while. That's a private room just down the hallway on the right, fourth door on the right.
Why don't you show us where that is actually?
Just follow me.
After you.
Okay, we'll follow you.
Well, it should be on your visitor tags, but whatever, it's close by.
Please show us around.
I want you to show me where that kitchen is. That's what I'm really excited for.
Well, the kitchen is just there. He points to the opposite side of the hallway.
I put my hand on Rhodes' chest and I say, "Let's do the boardroom first."
Okay, you got me, Alvarez. All right.
Cyrus walks in. Well, I have to say, you're a lot different agents than I expected from. Well, I'm not even sure what to expect. I'm not even sure what agency you're part of. He hits a few codes on the door and it slides open, revealing a boardroom. But it's some plastic chairs around a plastic table, and a conference screen on one side.
I'm standing by the door outside, and I just extend my arm, pointing inside. Say, "After you, Mr. Cyrus."
No, I've got other things. If we're going to get ready to spin back up to production, which I certainly hope we are, then I've got to go. I've got other things to attend to. You wanted a
I'm
private space?
sorry, I'll
Here
have
it
to
is.
insist if you would step in, please.
Just for a
We have
moment.
some, we have some matter to discuss with you.
All right. Well, let me just make a call, and then I'll be right. I
The
just got to make a call.
No,
He
I'm sorry.
pulls out
The
his
call
data
will have
pad.
to wait. I put my hand on his hand with the data pad. I said the call will have to wait. I'm sorry.
His eyes narrow, and then he relents. The data pad goes back into his pocket.
And I point back toward the inside of the room.
He steps in. Please. Look, I know you're here for health and safety reasons. I'm the safety officer, but I'm telling you, accidents happen in mining, notwithstanding all of the procedures we take, he says as he walks, putting his back to the wall, facing the exit door.
I step in the room. I take a step on the side, but staying just half in front of the door, letting Rhodes in.
Step into the door. Stand
Close
in front
the door
of
behind me.
Stand in front of it. So what is your full name exactly?
Cyrus Thurston II.
Why didn't you say so? I know a Thurston. They're always good men.
I don't know why that... Really, gentlemen, can we make this quick? I've got lots of things I have to be doing here.
I lock the door. I take my badge out again. I show him to him.
We're from the PAID. What? I've never even heard of that. The PAID?
Never heard of the department?
I've heard a lot of departments. He says.
We're investigating
the department.
Anomalies.
What anomalies? Wait, I've heard that's just conspiracy theory stuff. You're the guys that show up when their little green men are around? Is that what you're telling me? He laughs. Jeez.
Yes.
Who did the doctor contact? You telling me they sent the little green men police out here? And I thought you guys were serious.
We are sent to investigate for potential green men, but also for unknown mineral.
Oh, right.
In mining operation.
So we got to pay some royalty or something to you if we find something new?
You're going to have to pay to somebody.
We make sure that the new discovery are shared for the benefit of most.
Oh, great.
Or control if they're dangerous, like this might be the case here.
Look, I'm not the guy you should be talking to. And he does the universal grease the palm symbol. I don't have the ability to, facilitate the paperwork that you're obviously looking to file.
I step toward him, take 2 steps, getting quite close.
His right hand drops to his side, playing with the hem of his safety gear.
I said, listen, mister, there is rules and procedure that are in place. And when those are disregarded, the safety of people are put at stake.
I'm a safety officer. You're preaching to the choir.
Listen here, Buster. You can risk the lives of these men here. I understand. But you're going to be risking the lives of everyone in this galaxy and all these star systems. If you find something strange that's never been discovered before, let it loose on the galaxy. That's what we're here for. Stop playing games.
I'm not playing games. I'm here. I want the safety too.
You want the safety?
I want safety too. I'm a safety officer. It's my career.
Alvarez, why don't you give him the safety?
Put my finger on his chest. I say, how much I'll pay you?
His chest. He's wearing armor. At the mention of Hal, he makes a move. Roll D6. Agent Alvarez. Faster.
I grab put my hand, goes to his hand. stopping him. And then with my other hand, like I hold him and try to grapple him. Oops, sorry. I'll do a roll dice.
At first, he moves quick, but with a critical success. Alvarez.
I grab him and I throw him to the floor, face first, and I put my knee on his back.
A shiny black pistol concealed in his rear waistband, revealed as he's thrown bodily to the floor. The air forced from his lungs. Agent Rhodes.
Now, why would you go and do a thing like that? I walk to him.
What's the meaning of this?
Oh, how? I got this, Alvarez. I sit down on him, start eating donuts.
Oh, get off me!
No, it's not gonna. It's not gonna happen. I'm just getting heavier. These donuts taste delicious.
I stand up.
gonna kill you.
Yeah, I doubt it.
What he's gonna do to you?
When he finds out you've been cooking the books.
What is it? Cooking the books or talking?
Both.
You guys can't even get your story right.
Smack him in the back of the head.
We'll figure out what we let Al know.
What do you want?
I want you to sing.
I look through his pocket for a phone.
With his hands out in front, trying to lift up a little bit.
I take his phone out of his pocket, hold it up to his eyes to unlock it.
It unlocks.
I call Jaden.
I put one of my boots on his hands, and I stop stepping on his finger a bit. I say, being the little Greenland police that people think are not real, they got some boon, right? We're not bound by the same rules as regular cops.
He swears.
We got the full support.
Alien pig.
Alien pig.
We have this. We have a mandate to preserve the greater good, and through his story how much harm can be done in the name of the greater good. And I put a little more weight on the finger.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
Crack.
Jaden, get in here.
The sound of running outside. Small feet patter their way to the door. The conference room door. The door is locked.
Go get that, Alvarez.
I go to the door.
Put some more weight on
it. Open the door.
Jaden standing.
My hand on my gun ready.
Jaden standing there, wide eyes, spectacles just pushing up. His eyes go down to the floor with Agent Rhodes sitting on Cirrus.
Why don't you join us a bit, Jaden?
He takes one halting step back.
Come on, Jaden. It's your lucky day.
I grab his shirt and I pull him in.
He resists, but not much, into the boardroom. Cirrus looks up. You slimy bookworm. You're
shove a donut in his mouth. Jaden!
Close the door back. I said, Jaden, take a seat.
We found who's been cooking the books. It's this guy that I'm sitting on, don't you think? It's definitely this guy, right?
Jaden doesn't say a thing. He just shakes his head.
No, shake it the other way. Shake it the other way. Shake it. Shake your head up and down.
It's not him.
It's not this guy?
Not him.
Well, who is it? Is it you?
He looks up at the lenses in the room. The ubiquitous security cameras. Just shakes his head again. At which point, a general alarm sounds in the station.
Oh, I guess this is where it gets fun, Alvarez.
Jaden looks up as the lights now fade from normal luminance to a red illuminating.
I go around
Warm.
the conference room table. I flip it on its side and push it toward the door.
Heavy. Anchored in place.
I grab the pistol on the floor, sling it to Alvarez. Might need this. It's backup.
Sleek, black, automatic.
I put it in my pants waistband, but I grab my service pistol in my hand.
Jaden cries in alarm, backs up into a corner of the room.
Yeah, you go back there and cry. I wrap my arm around Sirius's neck, pull him up.
He spits out donut.
Pull out the boss, point it towards the door. You know you're going first, right, buddy?
A voice comes through the speakers in the boardroom. A new voice. I don't know who you are, but you're outgunned and outnumbered.
I don't know
Throw
who you
down
are.
your guns now and surrender.
I don't know who you are.
Jaden goes completely colorless. Starts shaking in the corner. Sirius
I say
laughs.
I say with a very loud voice. I say, "Don't be stupid. They're nowhere. Work for the core system, law enforcement. You cannot get
Shame
rid of
you've
us."
had an accident, the speakers say. Then, punching through the walls, a series of holes blast through high caliber rounds, shattering the station wall or the corridor wall and peppering the boardroom. Roll armor.
I got Sirius in my arm, using him as armor.
Roll with Boone.
I got the
Both Agent Rhodes and Agent Alvarez. 1 strike each. Your Agent Rhodes does his trick. Success. Roll armor for that as well.
Me?
No, Agent Rhodes. Roll armor for that trick. Success. In the last, Agent Rhodes, betraying speed that is surprising for a man of his girth, succeeds in whipping Cirrus around in front of the shot that would have hit Alvarez. Cirrus grunts in pain. 1 strike Rhodes, 1 strike Cirrus. Cirrus clutches at his stomach and bends over. Folds.
Bet that hurt, didn't it?
I yell on top of my lung. I say "We're cops. Stop your shooting at us, you idiots."
Voice in the hallway. "They're cops. What are the cops doing there?" And then that same
Drop
voice from
your gun.
Same voice from the speaker. "Shut up. You do what I tell you."
I try to shoot at the speaker.
The speaker explodes.
I kick Sirius away from me. Oh, God.
No, go ahead.
I kick Sirius away from me and just start lighting it up. I'll spend the karma.
A sudden cry of pain. And it was like, "Oh, they shot Brian. Brian's down." One of the other guys said, "Forget this. You're not paying me enough." Which another
Drop
voice.
your gun and put your hand on the ground. Lie down on the ground with your legs spread, your hands on your head.
"I ain't dying for no stupid company." You
better get out of here, or you will be.
Metal on the ground. And then another shot, but no hole through the wall this time. And then running feet.
I stand up with my gun and I go to the door, open it, stick my head outside quickly, and bring it back in.
Listening for the
splayed out on the floor, blood pooling underneath him. Another body, it's the top half of the skull missing, splayed out in as if attempting to run away down the hallway. And then just at the far end of the hallway, a few miners turn the corner, running away. There, in the middle of the hallway, 2 men. Warwick, looking nervous, awkwardly holding a rifle, and then another man wearing a black suit, holding a vicious submachine gun. He spins as the door opens.
I step on Sirius's knee to prevent him from moving.
I yell at Rhodes to say, like, we got hostile there. And
Hostiles where?
In the hallway. And I peek outside again, and I had to shoot at the...
How far down the hallway?
Success. A cry of pain again in the hallway. Ah! I'm hit! I'm hit! The same voice again. Shut up! Useless.
I take a blind shot through the wall.
Holes peppering now the wall.
I yell at Rhodes, say, they're further down. You'll have to move your ass out of there.
Hey, I got to take care of this guy, huh? You going to shoot him? Should I just go ahead? Huh? You going to cause us any problems, Sirius? We got shit to handle over here.
Lifeless eyes look up.
All right.
I reach from the back of my jacket. I grab a pair of handcuffs and I throw them at Rhodes.
Catch him. Start hooking him up.
I take a quick peek to the hallway again.
Attention.
Yeah, well, you're not going to get none, dipshit. Head towards Alvarez.
I look at Rhodes and say, I put a finger on his chest and say, you got your jacket?
Of course I got a jacket. Are you stupid? You don't got your jacket on.
I do.
Well, there you go. I stick the shotgun out. He's down here, you said? Somewhere.
Warwick lies, clutching a sucking chest wound on the hallway opposite of the boardroom entrance. The other 2 men dead in the hallway, and no one else.
No one else. See anybody else?
I step out in the hallway, and I run toward an open door, and I duck into the next room. I quickly do a sweep.
I fall behind Alvarez, calling the doctor on the phone.
A smudge of a bloody footprint in the entranceway of this open door. It's the office of Warwick.
I point at it to Rhodes.
Yeah, what's up, Alvarez?
I point at the footprint. Somebody here.
You think he's in there? You think he's in there?
Well, unless somebody just beating around for some reason.
Hold on a second. Doc Gray. Get up to the conference room and take care of your man.
I start moving sneakily.
Roll. The doctor calls back. Wait, there's someone injured? What are you talking about?
Yeah, Warwick and Sirius are fighting. I don't know what's going on. Get up here and take care of him. He's in the boardroom.
I'm on my way, he says.
All right. Watch for bullets. I take the phone and throw it in the room that Alvarez is trying to sneak into.
A computer light, a bluish white light, emanates from the Warwick's office. Warwick still struggling to breathe.
I slowly crouching down, look inside the door, step in closer, put the gun out.
Oops. Roll D6.
I chucked the phone in there.
For a sneak.
Both notice each other at the same time. There, behind the desk, a man wearing a black suit, the submachine gun in one hand, looks up, surprised, as Agent Alvarez there in the doorway. The gun starts to move.
I yell, "Drop your gun!" And I take a shot as I yell.
The shot impacts. He cries in pain as he spins his shoulder around. He fires wildly, spraying the opening of the door with bullets. Roll armor.
I duck back I duck back behind the wall.
Success.
I pump where Alvarez fired.
Got like a
with my shotgun.
Got a random bullet hitting my jacket. Lose my breath.
The shotgun buckshot chews the back wall of the executive office, shattering frame of a lady at a lake, exploding it out into pieces. There's a grunt of pain behind the desk, and then fingers tapping on a glass screen. Alvarez.
I yell again. Drop your gun and get out of there with your hands up.
A submachine gun skids across the floor, the short pile carpet that all executive offices seem to use.
Get out with your hands up.
Favoring one side, the man in the black suit stands, blood pouring or soaking through the suit on his right side. I surrender, he says.
I start reloading as I walk towards Alvarez and his capture.
With my gun pointing to him, holding him at gunpoint to say, "What's your name? Who are you?"
My name is Hal Arlo, Vice President of Apex Mining.
Well, I think your resume is going to change soon.
He smiles, blood filling his cracks in between his teeth. Yeah, maybe not.
What is it you found in there?
His eyes glance down to a data pad on the ground. I found the next big thing.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Something very old.
Yeah?
Revolutionary. Yes.
Rhodes, cuff him.
Cuff him? Gotcha. I put the boss away and step towards him with my pair of haircuffs.
Keeping my gun aimed at him.
Go to cuff him.
The cuffs
So
slide
you
on.
have to explain all that to the office, the department.
What department?
You know that, right? We're bringing back home.
Worker safety? Who are you guys?
We're the department.
What do you mean, the department?
Well, you'll find out.
That's like a myth. They don't exist.
Yeah.
Well,
You'll find out soon enough, buddy.
Looks like your debt's
just been paid in full, friend.
First time his eyes go wide. It's a myth. I was told it was a myth.
You want to dabble in the Anomaly? You have to expect us.
It was all Warwick. It was. He looks panicked now.
Is Work even alive?
In the hallway, Dr. Gray is feverishly attending to Warwick, spraying something into the sucking chest wound. As Warwick turns blue.
I don't know. Doesn't look like Work knows a lot.
We'd have to send a message to Home Office, shut this place down, seize every electronics, every data pad,
Sounds about right.
and whatever they found. Look back and you, well, you might disappear if you know too much. And if you don't cooperate.
Eyes wide. Now, it was a myth. You're not supposed to exist.
You know why people think we don't exist? Because people that meet us are not seen again.
Exactly.
But I have money. I can pay you. I've got means. I name your price, he says. Name your price.
Department doesn't need money. We create out of thin air.
His protests continue, echoing through the halls as now miners come out, curious as to what happened with all the gunfire. A few of them looking at the scene, and then
I yell, "Don't worry, everybody. Everything's under control. We're cop." And I flag my badge. Go back to your barrack and stay out of the way. It's police operation.
a few grumbles, but no one contests the authority. They move back away from the scene.
All right. Maybe we
I
should
go
go check.
behind Al, and I push him toward the docking station where our ship is.
His shoulders slump low, some blood trailing on his side from the buckshot and the round that pierced him. He limps his way, defeated, towards the ship.
I say, "Oh, doctor, can you come check at us when you're done with this guy?"
This is a pretty critical case. I need to get him down to the clinic.
When
he
you're
calls
down.
out some of the men. You, and he sees Jaden. Jaden, come here. Jaden obediently stands up, helps the doctor with Warwick. I'll be right back. I just need to get him stabilized.
And I keep heading toward the ship. I say, "Rods, you want to stay here? Make sure nobody's gets funny idea."
I think they got the picture. I think we need to lock up our good friend Hal here before we, before anybody tries to rescue him.
Hal says nothing, thoroughly defeated.
Yeah. I think that looks like a good, it's a good day's work, Alvarez. Nice to meet you.
Good job, yeah. Unorthodox.
Yeah. Just how I
Get the
operate.
job done.
And we'll close it there. A successful assignment, first assignment for this a team that will become notorious in the department as using any means to get the job done.
Eating donuts and shooting shotguns.
With a near perfect closed case record and some of the most astonishing artifacts found from alien civilizations and other species of near magical capability. Agent Rhodes, Agent Alvarez. Agent Rhodes, with his triple bypass surgery, will serve for another few years before taking a comfortable retirement. Alvarez will become eventually, who knows, head of the department, a seasoned veteran.
Seasoned veteran. I like that.
We'll
Alvarez will become Rods eventually.
Eventually, he'll become
Everybody
a
does.
donut-addicted.
You know what? You know those donuts are for Jerry, the worm.
The Jerry was feeding the worm.
Yeah,
He's
feeding the
got a
worm.
secret.
We got a secret.
Awesome.
There you go.
So what do you think of that, guys? How was that? It was kind of a
It was pretty
cut
it
and dry.
was fun. So hey, I know it's cutting you off, man. I realized it halfway through. I'm new. I'm a 2D. I'm trying to work my way to 2D3 or 3D and then 4D. I'll get there.
That's always something I find. Like, and it was the same thing last time we did with the, with when you were people you're not necessarily used to play with, or you haven't played with a long time. Sometimes like getting the vibe of when somebody's done, and
Yep. I realized it about halfway through. I'm like, oh shit, I'm saying too much.
Yeah.
It's all good.
What happens when you don't play for a long time? That's why you should be playing every week, everybody.
Yeah, but it was like it was fun to do like I don't know, it's different than what we had done. Like this more like police procedural, kind of thing, right? With the investigation and the
yeah, it was.
What do you
it was
think?
different.
You think it was a?
I liked how you never went to the anomaly. You're like,
I was trying to get him to go there. I was like, dude, oh my god, I want to go there. We're going to the anomaly.
So I thought that was good.
I was doing cup stuff.
Oh, see, I was doing Men in Black stuff. I'm thinking like we need to get to the anomaly. Screw all this tax evasion stuff and like the finances.
I actually kind of liked that it went there. I didn't expect it to go there. That the whole like we're gonna talk to the accountant. And I'm like, oh man, yeah, there's an accountant.
I feel bad because I didn't try to fizzle the cameras in the very last boardroom. Totally spaced on it.
Well, I almost I was about to ask you, but then like thing went sour fast, right?
They did go sour fast. Yeah.
I was about to tell you like, Rhodes, you want to secure a room, but then things soured fast. So I think that works.
Yeah.
That does work.
Yeah, it went south quick. And I do like how you're like, no, this is a private room and you're not going to let the guy go. Like you were like, no, you're.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. I like that. I really like that.
I thought that was.
Cool. I was just getting him to go because I didn't want him to go see Jaden because Jaden's all frazzled. He would know something just happened.
Yeah, he was. So
totally... that was just my mindset. And then Alvarez, you just. It's like, all right, it's go time. It's go time.
But I don't know. Like this guy. Like I wanted to play like the guy that was like somewhat like by the book. I always wanted to be like part of the PAID. But like I've been a cop and a military man before. That's his kind of background, so that's where I was coming from with him, right? Just like,
mine's just the trope, man. Eating donuts. Come on,
you had a secret. Wasn't your secret that you have a symbiote or something?
Yeah, I have a worm. The department gave me a worm because I had too many donuts, too many cigarettes. I had like cancer and diseases, and the worm would.
So you had something that you
eat it away.
You had to like feed it with junk food or something.
Yeah, feed it with junk food. That the department keeps me on because of that.
Nice.
I had a secret as well, but it would be like unlikely to come into play in a one shot. But if we come back to those guys at some point,
if we come back to the agents, see what's happening with the PAID.
Yeah, and it's fun also to flesh out like a part of the setting too, right? Just like
now it's on the map, man. Now you got the Apex, you got this new stuff. Yeah, whatever the anomaly is, we don't even know.
Never actually got there.
Someone else
like that it didn't go there.
Someone else is gonna come in and handle that.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. I was like, because I'm like, I mean, they're gonna go see the anomaly, and then I'm gonna have to come up with something with that. But
nope.
Nope. I was expecting like an alien or something to pop out somewhere.
I thought it would probably like be some kind of artifact and stuff like that.
But I was thinking more artifact is what I was thinking. But
with this with this kind of tone of game, like we discussed, right? And obviously it was fine that you went there, right? But like I was expecting something like a little green man or something like that, like some kind of alien, or a random clone, like with the from Mercury Dynamic or something.
Right.
Like I was thinking you would go somewhere there, right?
Yep.
But then like the anomaly and stuff like that, I say, that's fine too, right? Just like it would be also in the house, the wheelhouse of those guys, right? And just like so but yeah, I just wanted to do it.
I did not expect the gunfight. That was cool.
Yeah, it was fun to have the gunfight. I thought that was all right.
That was really cool. Yeah.
Oh man, you were rolling hot tonight, Big Bad.
Yeah, you were
with the shotgun. Yeah. Oh,
but
cool.
In the end, we had that kind of an awkward thing where you both got sprayed, but I was trying to use Big Bad. I was trying to use your class ability, or trying to let you use that class ability where you can, if you get.
I just thought a free armor. Like he got hit, and then I was gonna throw him down and then save myself for that one thing. That's what I was
Right.
going. I wasn't
That's what
thinking
you're going for.
because that ability is only for like was on max. That's why when I threw the phone, I said it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was something else played out, so it didn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. I didn't get what you wanted me to do with that.
Yeah, I was because
I thought I was spray you with the the SMG, and so I threw the phone.
Oh,
when you went in there, and if he shot you and hit you, I'd already had that 6. That's why I left it on the screen for a while.
Right.
Oh,
that was the distraction. If he actually
that was the distraction.
Oh, the distraction.
It's a weird ability.
And I was trying to use that distraction in the boardroom. Is what I thought it was. I was like, okay, it's the distraction. He's holding the guy. That's the distraction. And so
I like when you say like, the table is bolted there, right? Because like, the table is bolted there. Like I rolled when I said right to fill the table. Like I didn't know if you wanted me to roll anything. Like, but I say I roll and then I rolled 2s, right? It wasn't a critical failure, but you could have said, well, flipping a table, anybody can do that. So
I could have. And I actually afterwards I regretted that because I thought, he's just flipping a table. Like he's looking at
full action scene. Could have been.
It's fine. You said like, it's heavy and it's bolted there, right? And that's fine, right? Just like. Because also I got this boon when I'm using when I'm using cover, the cover like count as 1 ire and stuff like that.
So, okay,
cool. Nice using cover. That's good.
Also, like I have an aspect of a psychologist, and I try to kind of display that a bit, right?
Yes, you did when talking to the sick men and Jaden as well. That was good.
You like that slick lift at the beginning of the game? That
was cool. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Oh, and when I was talking to the guy to get the password, that's what I was doing as well, right?
Yes, I clued in on that. That was.
I saw you. I really like that scene.
That was good.
That was good. And you're like,
that was a good vibe.
And I was like, why are you talking about this? And then you rolled. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm just trying. It helps me.
Yeah,
think,
I'm taking a dump, trying to get a password. Come on, send it to me.
So it was kind of nice because it kind of bookends the session well. Like you have that you're trying to get the password, so you're talking about things. I'm describing this photograph that he has on his desk, and then at the end of the session, the photograph's getting blasted to pieces with the buckshot as the shotguns lighting up the place. It was kind of.
I didn't catch that. That's awesome. You always do those cool things like that. It's a subtle thing.
That was fun. That was good.
That was like a lot of talking, but I loved it. Like, go figure. I love talking.
Go figure.
I gotta work on my anchoring again.
Oh, I mean, it's been a while since you've been in a game though.
Like, I was like I said, after I realized I was cutting him off, like I need to slow down, anchor, do some more dialogue.
I think it was hard sometimes to anchor because of you in a room doing interviews and stuff like that. You would try to be I tried to at some point and doing some stuff like that, right? Just like
the only time I tried to move it along was when I was like, I think we got all the info we can from this guy. Like, Crispy's trying to like, okay, this is it.
Yep.
I had a lot of fun. First one back.
It was good. Yeah. Fun little one shot. I think that was good. A couple hours, lots of things happened. Good investigation. Kind of went different ways. I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. I was basing it a lot on, okay, well, which direction are you going? And it was good. Yeah. And zero prep from me. So that was.
I know. And I think that's all, especially like when you're like kind of like this mystery and stuff like that, right? You kind of like, you almost like discover in the same time as a GM, am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think that's right. I think a lot of people that's something like I need to talk about at some point, right? People want to do mystery. I talked about it before, but I need to like oh, sorry, it's your bedtime, right?
Big baby.
Yeah. And people want to make mystery and they want to have like this like thing and they have clues and stuff like that. And then like it just become a game of guessing what the GM thought of, right? Just like, instead of being role playing.
And I was trying to avoid that. And that's why I didn't come in with a bunch of notes or anything like that. I had a basic premise.
Because now like based on what we do, we do well and stuff like that, we can that's where it's going.
Yeah, I like that.
When I'm a GM and I'm doing this kind of mystery, I like it better as well because I'm getting surprised as well at the same time.
Yeah, and the way I was trying to do it is you'd see me rolling dice from time to time, and that was just on, okay, so what is going to be the outcome? So I roll to see if I got a couple ones, and so I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to go very badly for me. There was another thing you guys did I really enjoyed. I thought it was cool that when you were talking to Jaden, the accountant, you all of a sudden you were Hal's guys. Like I was like, no, we work for Hal, and someone's been skimming, and we need you to find out who it is that's skimming the books.
Yeah,
So
that's why
that
at very end I was going to get Jaden to cook the books and say it was work or whoever the boardroom guy was. Like, this is the guy, right? So we're going to set him
Cyrus.
up and get him to give us information because Jaden, who make the books look like he's doing it instead of
right. So the reason why Cyrus was in the hallway after you guys were talking to Jaden is because you weren't successful in disabling the cameras, and so he could see what was going on, and so that's why he was there, right?
Oh. And that's also you didn't want to come to the room with us.
That's right, because he knew you were kind of narrowing in.
I like when you say like, I need to make a call and just put my hand on.
You just put your hand. No, you don't. No.
Get in there, big guy.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, we'll call it there and end the stream so that Big Bad can get early morning tomorrow, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. It was good to do another one shot here. We're not sure when Phil will be back in a regular rotation, but hopefully soon. And if not, then of course we could do another one shot. Big Bad, get you back up to speed.
Also on Saturday, I'm going to be back doing the Niches Dregs game. So the monster kind of game.
Yeah, D&D 4D-ified.
Oh, we need to check the time because we're in summertime here, but in Europe they're not yet.
Right.
So that's going to cause some confusion with our European friend and Brazilian too.
Yes.
I need to make sure to think of that. Sorry.
You got the whole diversity squad. Look at that.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
diversified. It's very international games.
It's international games. A little bit of a challenge, but well worth it.
We're progressive here at 4D.
we welcome everybody, really. Exactly. Well, thank you so much for those that watched and those that will watch on the replay. Appreciate those that left comments. Just in the interest of time, we won't be able to go through all of them, but thank you very much for stopping by, and we'll catch you on the next one as we have more games planned and upcoming. So have a good one, and we'll catch you again soon.